Hi everyone, in this video we want to talk about provided that, providing that, and provided. What's the difference? What is the meaning? Well, first of all, we need to know that these structures are used in conditional clauses. Let's dive in. These structures, provided that, providing that, mean on the condition that, because they are used in conditional clauses. And know that provided that and providing that can be used interchangeably without any difference in their meaning. The first sentence, provided that the weather is fine, we'll play football on Saturday. Provided that the weather is fine. On the condition that the weather is fine. This is a conditional clause. So if the weather is fine, so I can say if the weather is, instead of provided that, I can say providing that, because provided that and providing that can be used interchangeably. This is a conditional clause, so I can say if, or many other structures that they state condition. Provided that the weather is fine. This is my conditional clause. And then I have my main clause. We'll play football on Saturday. This is the result, the main clause. And what is my condition? The weather is fine. So we cannot play football if the weather is not fine. Now let's restate this sentence with providing that. Providing that the weather is fine, we'll play football on Saturday. Both provided that and providing that mean on the condition that, so they can be used interchangeably unless providing that is strongly preferred over providing that, both in US and UK. So we prefer to use providing that, provided that. With this one is preferred over this one. Other examples. Provided that we have enough food in our kitchen, in their kitchen, don't bother yourself with cooking. Provided that. This is the first clause, is our conditional clause. Provided that states a condition. We also can use providing that. We also can use if, because it is a stating condition. If we have enough food in our kitchen, don't bother yourself with cooking. And we also can say providing that, as I mentioned, as long as. We also can use as long as. We have another video teaching as long as, meaning on the condition that. As long as has three meanings. It functions as comparing two things. It functions as a time expression, and it can also have a function of stating a condition. So here we also can use as long as. As long as we have enough food in the kitchen, don't bother yourself with cooking. You can watch that video. Provided that and providing that can be used interchangeably, but provided that is preferred over providing that. Another example. Provided that you want to reject that straightforward man's offer, stay in touch with him for any further business opportunity that may occur in the future. The first clause is no, where are you going? The first clause, I just wanted to choose my pen. The first clause until here is my conditional clause, and the second clause is my main clause. Provided that and the condition that you want to reject that man's offer. Straightforward means honest, means a person who is not complicated, who is honest and open. So you want to reject that man's offer? If you want to do so, provided that you want to do so, as long as you want to do so, stay in touch with him for any further opportunities. Don't lose touch. Stay in touch. Don't lose touch. Now, we can also use provided that and providing that in the second clause. I need to skip one meal provided that I want to lose weight. I need to skip one meal. Main clause. Provided that. Yeah, provided that I want to lose weight. Conditional clause. Now, we don't put a comma between these two clauses to separate them, because the main clause is the first clause and the conditional clause is the second. If we put the conditional clause first in the sentence, we need a comma to separate two clauses. Other examples. You can drive a truck provided that you have a valid license. As long as providing that can be used interchangeably. Our products will go on sale provided that there's enough demand for them in the market. So on the condition that our products will go on sale, on the condition that there is enough demand for them in the market. On the condition that, and we don't separate two clauses with a comma here. Provided that here is our conditional clause, and here is my main clause. Ambiguity. Bear in mind that the phrase provided that has numerous meanings, and you should be aware not to use provided that with other meanings when you want to talk about a condition. For example, my visa provided that I can take advantage of insurance services in this country. My visa tell that, says that, stipulate that, state that, provided that. So here provided does not mean provided that does not mean on the condition that. Bear in mind that provided that has other meanings, and don't make any ambiguity in your sentence. Other example, the rule book provides that the obligation does not apply in the following circumstances. This meaning of provide that, provided that, or provide that is used mostly in legal context, meaning to say that, to require that, to stipulate that. The rulebook provides something. It means it says something, it states something, it requires something, it stipulates something. The obligation does not apply in the following circumstances. You may produce your own version of the form, provided that the content is the same as in the attached template. It's really difficult to guess provided that means on the condition that, or it is the form is stipulating something. So we have ambiguity here. We can omit that, and nothing happens. If you omit that in provided that or providing that, the meaning stays the same. I'm not very approachable. Do not approach me. Do not come close to me. I'm not very approachable. Right after I wake up. Provided that I tossed and turned the night before. I tossed and turned means I had a sleepless night. I couldn't sleep in my bed. So don't approach me. I'm not very approachable right after I wake up. Provided that is omitted. Provided. Also providing. Providing I tossed and turned last night. Provided is preferred over providing. I'll dye my hair provided I lose the bet. Oh, it's dangerous for you, guy. In this sentence, I'll dye my hair is the main clause, and provided I lose the bet is the conditional clause. Now, provided that is omitted, so we can also omit that and simply just say provided. The meaning stays the same. Also, we can say providing instead of providing that. If we omit that, the meaning stays the same. And the last point that we want to talk about is ambiguity again. Provide has numerous meanings, and another meaning of provide is to supply. We have to provide our farmers with financial aids. Here, provide doesn't state any condition. It's not talking about a condition. There is no if clause or conditional clause here. Provide here means supply. Imagine that a sentence was stated in the with the past tense. We provided our farmers with financial aid. That is where ambiguity may be made. So don't use provide for your conditional sentences where ambiguity may happen. Here, provide means supply. Thank you. This was for now. Subscribers, if you haven't, and I have always told you to compose your sentences. Write down your sentences in the comment if you want to learn these grammars completely and perfectly. Thank you so long.